From my previous submissions, investment clubs face four categories of challenge which I identified: leadership, membership, investment, and constitutional. But now let's look at the investment challenges. One, lack of investment options. Some clubs, some investment groups have a lot of money heaped in the bank, heaped in a pot, heaped on someone's account, and they have no options on where to invest the money. That is a very big challenge because that money can disappear because it is there at the disposal of those who control it. Even the mafias are around looking for that money. Once it is dormant, some members will run away with it. Or even the members will see that their money is not growing because it is stuck somewhere. And that is a very big challenge that investment clubs and other saving groups must deal with. Then also, limited time for investments. From my experience, we had learned in a certain investment, but for close 3 years, 3/4 of the members didn't know where the land was. They never know even the road where the money is. So we kept wondering, really, how can you have land as an investment club, as a saving group, and for 3-4 years, you don't know where it is? Even amongst the executive members, it is only me who used to go there at least twice a month. Otherwise, you would find the land when someone has put up a structure. Some groups have started businesses. In another group, we started a piggery project just behind UNBS in Wayfoward. The members, those who were in charge of the group, went, they hired the press, they started putting up a structure. Then one of the chairperson ran away, he was in his businesses. The other members also were not attending to it. They had booked the young ones to put in the house. That's how we lost the money. That's how the project died. And up to now, we never know what they are up to. But limited time for investments is another investment challenge for these investment clubs. Then also limited knowledge on investments. Some clubs have lost a lot of money because of just going for an investment which they do not understand. Because someone has come up with an idea, say, okay, let us go and buy land. They go and buy. By the time they know it, they are bought in the swamp. Someone comes up and says, oh, look here. If we go to China and import things, these things can make money. They go and put money there. But they don't know the technicalities. They don't know what it takes to do that business, that investment. Therefore, lack of knowledge on investment clubs, investments is a very big challenge. Then also lack of purpose of an investment. In life, you need to have a purpose. You need to have a reason. You need to have that agenda. You need to have that thing that you're trying to achieve that drives whatever you are doing. Because that purpose determines what you're going to do. And because there is lack of purpose for an investment, then some clubs have lost money, some investment groups have lost money. For example, purpose. If your purpose of buying land is to put up a school, then it means you cannot go and buy land in a swamp. But if your purpose is to have a farm, If your purpose is to do fish farming, then having land in the swamp will be the best. So as clubs, once there is no purpose for the investment, then you're bound to fail. Then also lack of patience for investments to grow is a very big challenge. Some clubs, some members are not patient with investments. They want to buy land, and within 2 minutes, within 2 years, the land should have multiplied by, say, 50% of the value. And once you find that the members are that impatient with investment growth, then such members are bound to fall into traps of conmen, because they would want, yes, once you put money here, tomorrow it has multiplied by 50%, tomorrow within 2 years it has tripled or 4 times. So once the members are not patient with investments, then you know that is a very big challenge. Then there is also deferring members' interests once it comes to investments, because in each group, each member has that idea which he or she feels is the best. I remember in one of the groups, for us what we did, we made each member who had an idea to make a proposal and then present his proposal to us, so that we are able to see that whatever you are saying is doable, is practical, and it has financial sense. So we made each one, the one of welding presented his idea, the one of a pharmacy presented his idea, the one of farming did the same, the one of money lending did the same, until we said, okay, now depending on so and so, let's choose this one. But if you're not able to treat each member's interest with care, then that becomes a very big investment challenge to the club. But these challenges can be dealt with. And how do you deal with them? 1, encourage members to take part in decision making once it comes to investments. Do never take any investment without approval of the general meeting or even annual general meeting, because once you do that and the investment goes wrong, then you'll be liable for that loss. So please, in order to have the voice, to have the support of all members, make sure that you take a decision relating to that investment with the support of all members at a well-arranged, convened general meeting or annual general meeting. Then also, you need to have clear rules on investments as a club, as an investment group. You should know who is going to spearhead this investment, who is going to supervise it, how is it going to be managed, how are we going to share the benefits, how are we going to share the losses, so that those guidelines should be very clear and the purpose of the investment should be paramount and at the top of it. So you need also to have a clear purpose of that investment. Otherwise, you are going to buy land in a swamp, yet you want to build rentals. Otherwise, you are going to start a business, maybe in Chikubu, yet your purpose was to have, maybe say, a farm in Kachiri. So you need to have a clear purpose and agenda of that investment club. Why are you making it? Why are you buying land? Why are you taking money in treasury bills and treasury bonds? Why are you keeping them giving loans to members? That purpose should be very clear from the word go. Then you need also to have leaders who are able to spearhead investments. Have leaders who are committed. Once you see that your leaders do not have that capacity, do not have that willingness, do not have that commitment to that investment, please, it's better you leave that money on your bank account, or it's better you share the money and start saving again. Don't go for an investment where the leadership is just there in between. Otherwise, that investment is bound to fail. Then also invest in opportunities which are clear. Invest in opportunities where you have enough knowledge. Do not over-risk people's money, especially at the start, whereby each member has saved 2 million, you pick all the 2 million and you go and invest it in something that you don't understand properly. You need to take baby steps when you're doing investments. Start from the known to unknown. Start from small and grow big while investing. Even if you say we are going for treasury bills, take there some little money, experiment how they are doing, attract the attention of all the members before you take all their money into that investment. Because, like the proverb says, do never carry all your eggs in one basket.